video is brought to you by PlayTracker, the app that tracks your cross-platform game library, achievements, stats, friend activity, and more. PlayTracker works by connecting to a wide variety of gaming platforms: Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, GOG, EA Origin, and, as of the latest update, Nintendo, Epic, Retro Achievements, Ubisoft, Battle.net, and Riot. It then combines all of your profile data in one place so you can acquire XP, level up, and unlock rewards no matter where you play. Have you ever been watching one of Second Wind's streams and found yourself thinking, hey, I bet I've logged in more hours of Super Smash Bros. Than KC, earned more achievements in Souls games than Jack, and tried more games than Yahtzee has tried on Yahtzee Tries? If so, you're a sick, twisted individual. And we want you to join our guild on PlayTracker. Put that gaming prowess to use and unlock Second Wind-themed profile cosmetics. Keep up with our latest videos on your social feed and earn your spot on a leaderboard of our top fans, which I like to look at every morning to keep myself humble. Unite your gaming multiverse with PlayTracker and join the official Second Wind Guild today.
And welcome back to Firelink Podcast, episode number 106 for Thursday, April 16th, 2026. Marty Silva here, joined by Nick Calandra and Casey Wosu. If you notice that the production value is down a little bit, it's because Eric's on a well-deserved holiday. Eric had to watch Jack and I have a little 5-hour jag-off session over in Breath of the Wild, and he deserved to have a little break. So he will not be producing this podcast, tomorrow's Deathheads or Monday's Windbreaker, but he will return shortly. And you know what? Shame on that, because we have a great show for you guys tonight. Not only do we have a big game, we also got big news. We're going to be talking about the new Street Fighter trailer for the Street Fighter movie, which, let me tell you, I'm planting my flag in the sand. It's going to be good. That's my flag.
You're
my
okay.
Flag
That's
is,
what you got. Okay.
My flag is this movie's going to be good. We're also going to talk, we got the news of the Bloodborne animated movie being announced. Incredible details come out of this Rockstar hack, which will just tell you exactly why they can take their sweet ass time with Grand Theft Auto, because of how much money Grand Theft Auto Online still makes, and especially where people are playing that, which is interesting. And then, as you can probably tell from the thumbnail, Nick and I have been playing some Pragmata. We've put
a little time into,
and we've all been playing Pragmata. And so we got some thoughts on that, and so we'll give you some non-spoiler impressions of that, because I don't think the game's out. Is the game out tomorrow? I don't know how days work.
Tomorrow,
tomorrow, 16th. That's tomorrow. Yeah, midnight.
It is the 16th.
Today can't be the 16th. Oh, fuck, it is the 16th. Welcome.
Okay,
everyone.
it was out today.
How are you? How are you guys doing? I don't know. I don't know how days work. How are you guys doing, Nick? How are you? Happy Tax Day to all who celebrate.
Yeah, taxes hurt my soul.
Sure.
And then tomorrow we're under like a major severe weather outbreak risk. And like they were like, yeah, there's gonna be possibly a hurricane force winds and potato-sized hail. I'm like, okay.
Potato?
What kind of a potato? Red potatoes are kind of
That's
small.
true.
Fingerlings are little guys.
The little gold rounds.
Little fingerlings.
Well,
Those are tiny potatoes. But if it's like a regular ass brown potato, that's a big one.
Like,
they would have, if you use a vegetable as a frame of reference, it can't be a specialty one. It has to be whatever.
It has to be like a cherry.
Yeah, let me just call.
How big a cherry is.
Let me just call into the news station. Like, are we talking like deformed potatoes, or like a regular, or like the little gold ones you can
raw?
buy?
Is it cooked? These are the questions.
Is it mashed? Am I
going
to be mashed?
Golf ball size hail. We had egg sized hail the other night here.
So
which is a good size. You know that.
I think 3 weeks ago.
Not a good size for hail.
Yeah, no size.
Actually, no, it was right before I left for Europe. There was a big hailstorm that hit right where my old apartment was, which is only like 15, not even 15 minutes from me, like maybe 8 minutes from me. And they literally had softball size hail. And I was like, Jesus, like, thank God that did not hit my house. Yeah, and there's like a dude.
If your car's outside,
there was like a video. You could probably go find it on social media. There was a dude like trying to save his car, so he put like a trash bin on his head, and then went outside like trying to cover his car. I'm like, I don't think a tarp is gonna stop a softball size hail, dummy. And the news people are like, yeah, you should not do this. This is stupid.
Yeah. And then he's dead. So R.I.P.
Him and the car died.
I didn't realize the day after tomorrow was going to become a real thing so quickly.
Remember that movie? They walk from New York City to Washington D.C. in that movie very easily, and that's like a ways. That's not like a slight walk through inclement weather. I don't know how they did that.
That should be the whole movie. It's like, look, the whole movie's about we're gonna walk from New York City to
get from
Washington,
these cities, which in good weather with normal transportation, you can get there relatively quickly. But if you're just hoofing it through a superstorm,
frozen hurricanes,
that's not good at all. Casey, everything all right on the East Coast? Nothing crazy.
Yeah. Funnily enough, Nick's talking about potato-sized hail. It was like 80-something degrees today. Like, it's hot as hell.
I know you're suffering from that Memdani penthouse tax because of your $5 million penthouse, your second house in Manhattan.
Gotta cut down on the jet setting, Casey.
You guys, real ones know I'm not a fan of New York City, but God,
concrete jungle where dreams are made of.
God, do I love Mayor Mamdani? Like, he kind of like, he makes me want to, like, I'm happy to be in the vicinity of where the fuck that shit's going on, because his ideas are so good. Like, that city is so trash, and he's doing such good for it. I'm so jealous.
Is so trash.
Says the guy who lives in Jersey.
Look, you haven't been here.
I have been there. Part of my family lives there.
So you know.
Yeah, I've been on the New Jersey Turnpike. I know what kind of shit is out there.
The Turnpike is not New Jersey. That's the path that cuts through. Get off on a ramp in like any decent city. Not these little Trumper pockets. Those are shitty. There's like cows and shit over there. But like, it's just any decent city, and you're fine.
Let me go through Pennsylvania.
This is a Curtis Sleva podcast and a Curtis Sleva podcast only. We put on our berets and we might commit some hate crimes. That's our podcast. Weird guy to have in your family. Captain President, right off the bat with a $10 dono. Thank you so much. Y'all should purposely make the next few stream layouts janky as an appreciation to Eric. Well, good news.
I mean, it started out that way.
Because weird.
Am I even using the right overlay? Yeah. Is this the overlay he uses?
I haven't even looked. I literally haven't even looked. It looks fine. It looks good enough. There's just not going to be any B-roll. I believe we have a 3-person overlay that we could have used, but it doesn't matter. I mean, that's what we keep one seat empty for the Holy Ghost.
I could put B-roll on if we want.
That's fine. No, you got to talk.
Yeah, don't worry about that. I feel like we're going to cause all sorts of mayhem.
Or just like put on an episode or something. Like put on a One Piece. We going to watch One Piece.
What was the porno you put on Twitch?
It wasn't porno. It was Megazone 2-3 Part 2, which was not a porno. It just had a very tasteful lovemaking scene halfway through that went on for an extended period of time, and Twitch deemed it as pornography.
There's our
Shinzu. Thank you so much with a 10-pound dono. And EVE Online news, the Battle of Atioth broke the record for the most players in a single system at 10,253 before the server crashed. Battle lasted 17 hours and damage equaled to roughly $75,000. So like people lost $75,000 I think worth of things.
Yes.
But like collective people.
Yeah, the people.
I'm sure some asshole lost like a $5,000 ship, but you know
that's fascinating. Someone needs to make a video about that. That's not me because I don't know anything. Because I just want to watch a video about this.
I mean, this is equivalent to like just sports betting over the basketball game. Like same loss.
That is true. Ref made a bad call, and all of a sudden we lost $75,000. And why is the wife out? She left the house. And then Captain President with another $10 dono. Thank you so much. Your mama's so fat she heard that there was gonna be potato hail outside. She got some gravy. Delicious.
Nice.
Let's bring back
Wilmer
Yamama
Valderrama would be proud.
Wilmer Valderrama would be thrilled. But enough of that. Enough of that jibber jabber. We got some real stuff to talk about, including the hit film starring Cody Rhodes. The Street Fighter trailer came out for it was CinemaCon is going on right now, which is like it's like the GDC of the movie industry. It's currently being held in Vegas. It's mostly for like theater owners, but some journalists get to go there and they show off a bunch of previews of things. Each studio kind of has their own conference, again, a la E3. And so a new trailer for the Street Fighter movie was shown off. The cast was there hanging out, and then they released a trailer online. And let me tell you, the first trailer I was a little iffy on. I was like, oh, this looks like low hanging fruit. Like none of this like looks like it
We were there.
is.
It was shown during the Game Awards.
It was shown during the game. Oh my god, they brought the
Oh
cast
yeah,
out. That was
they all came
awkward.
out on stage. Yeah,
That was awkward.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we saw your solution. We saw what you thought.
I'm gonna say this trailer is doing it for me. This
Oh.
this movie still looks incredibly dumb, but it looks incredibly fun, and I like that it looks and feels like what I think when I think of Street Fighter in a way that's very different of the way Mortal Kombat, the upcoming movie, kind of looks and feels like what I think of Mortal Kombat. And so I like the fact that these two things stand alongside each other as movie adaptations in 2026, but also feel different. Casey, what did you think of this trailer?
I was like you, very skeptical when the first one dropped. Before that, I was very hyped at some of the cast choices, and then they started kind of going off the rails a little bit, and then I was like, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
This trailer it's breaking my brain in two, because there was actually a lot to like about it. Like there's a vibe going on, and at the very least, the trailer that seems to mirror a lot of what I liked with the latest Street Fighter 6. Like there's an upbeat energy, there's a fun, there's a playfulness to the reverence for these like super iconic characters. But like the actual events that seem to be taking place, like the setup of the plot, like Chun-Li is like gathering like down on their luck warriors or whatever. Like
Is she
everyone is like
canonically
bumming it.
always the gatherer? I feel like every Street Fighter
No, I
movie
don't
I've
think that's
watched,
the
she's
case.
always gathering.
Really? Is that what she did in the other ones? Because I
She
don't
did
know.
it in
I don't
one of
think
the-
that that's her story.
I think she did it in one of the anime
It is
movies.
now.
But yeah, like I don't know. It feels like they're using these characters in a template, and this is very similar, I think, to how the Mario movies have been doing. Is like we are just giving you all of the flash and visuals and looks to like a cartoonish degree, because we know that that's what you video game fanboys love, and like
Sure.
there's nothing in this movie that that seems as though they're trying to make something out of what is there. It's like we're taking what exists and we're kind of regurgitating it in like colors and visuals to get a rise out of you. So like
Yeah.
that seems what's front and center to me. And so I think it's gonna fall flat on its face, like not even in the fun way like
You know what?
the original Street Fighter movie did.
If they had done that for the Halo TV show, I'd have been fine with it. But we got what we got.
This is still your this is still your PTSD. This is yeah. I don't know. I think the thing that works for me is small things like it seems like this is taking place kind of like almost after there may have been like an original Street Fighter. Like this is like Street Fighter 2 is, and this might be the second Street Fighter tournament in this world. And so you
I think
have
the
a
trailer
kind
said
of like,
that.
yeah, you have like a Ryu who's kind of retired. He's like, I'm kind of done fighting. And then you have a Ken who's like a washed up, like, I don't know, like a Chuck Norris is dead. Someone who's not dead, like Chuck Norris, who's like, you know, like kind of a has-been, is like, I guess I will beat up a car for money.
Yeah.
And like that to me is like kind of cute, because like the characters aren't really characters in Street Fighter, right? Like,
Except they are like,
Are they?
and what's even worse is like they kind of are, in that they have history, they have connections to each other, and they have like goals within this tournament that's happening.
sure.
And even if the game version of them was like very shallow, there are adaptations that took that shallowness and then stretched it out. Like those original anime movies, the fan made Street Fighter movies, like did a really good job of personifying and stretching out like some of the backstories for some of like the main cast in a real fun way. So like the depth can be brought to these characters. Like we've seen it before.
Yeah.
And so like that's why this and I don't know, I'm not seeing the movie, but this trailer just gives off the energy of not giving a shit about that at all and kind of treating them like the caricatures that they started out as.
I'm sure we've talked about this before. What did you think of the latest Mortal Kombat movie, the one that came out a few years ago?
I think it had potential. Like it showed promise. I think it made some missteps with just kind of how it chose to tell a story. But hopefully that's something they can clean up. Like that at least seemed like it wasn't doing what Street Fighter was doing, where it's just trying to show you, hey, this is Mortal Kombat. You guys like Mortal Kombat, right? Here's this thing from Mortal Kombat. But that's what Street Fighter's doing. It's just look at the characters; they're game accurate down to the point where they look like cosplayers, like just fully game accurate.
Oh yeah, like Cody Rhodes as Guile, his hair is like
right, like the
silliest
brightness
wig.
of Chun-Li's outfit, like a real person wouldn't show up to a fight dressed like that.
Yeah,
but like not to
what
say
if
that
they
they need
did?
to be real. It just tells you it tells you the direction they're going. It's like we don't want to do something with this. We want to give the people who we want their money exactly what they're telling us, and those people are usually wrong. Those people usually don't know what they actually want.
Yeah, and I mean that's the problem is that's how you get a you know, we've been talking about the Mario movie as kind of like key jangling. We've been using that phrase, so this seems like I'm not sure
does
why.
Have the benefit of children. That has the benefit of the child.
Who should be entertained by keys jangling, because that's like
I don't know what the youth thinks of Street Fighter.
I don't know what the youth thinks of Street Fighter either, or goofs about how Chun-Li's thighs are very big, which I found funny because her thighs are very big. Canonically, big thighs.
Yeah. Canonically.
Big old ham hocks. Love it.
Thick lady cop.
Thick lady cop. And then crazy Fezman, thank you so much for the $5 dono. So the real tax solution is to tax the EVE Online assets. Could you imagine like having an offshore account, like your entire savings all just in like an EVE Online ship that accidentally gets blown up during this battle?
Wow.
Try explaining that to your old ass tax lady, Nick.
What? Or they sell real life insurance for video game shit.
They should. Ooh, that's something. Let's get into that.
It's a racket for sure.
The other bit of video game movie news this week, very few details about this, but a Bloodborne animated movie has been announced to go alongside the upcoming FromSoft slate of the live-action Elden Ring movie by Alex Garland and the Sekiro anime series, which is, I think, coming out relatively soon. This Bloodborne movie, again, was announced at Sony's CinemaCon presentation. Not a lot of details. They said it's animated, which I think is usually a plus in Casey's book. It's R-rated, which is good. And it's being produced by Jacksepticeye, the very famous YouTuber. And just to emphasize, just producing. So this isn't the kind of Markiplier thing of doing everything, which Christian, thank you so much in the Patreon. I remember at that $5 tier and above, you can be a part of the show as well. Christian says, I have a theory that because Markiplier made his own movie based on Iron Lung, a game that he loved, Sony wished to replicate that by producing the Bloodborne film in collaboration with Jacksepticeye, who is an outspoken fan of Bloodborne. Which Michael Frankie responded with, Bloodborne movie headed by Jacksepticeye may be the best thing Ireland has done since trying to explode Thatcher. Which I like that comment as well. I liked that as well. I kind of want to just save that comment for Darren on Tuesday. The other detail about this was it's being the movie is being created by Lyrical Media, who's a relatively new company with a relatively new animation arm, but they also have a live action arm and a video game arm. Their live action arm, one of the movies they've produced was How to Blow Up a Pipeline a few years ago, which I really fucking liked. So at the very least, they've made one interesting thing. They're also producing the upcoming Death Stranding animated movie or thing called Mosquito. And their game arm is their first game is Valor Mortis, that by the Ghost Runner devs, that game that Nick, I know you've been really excited about. It's a kind of a first person dark fantasy Souls-like from the Ghost Runner devs. That looks pretty cool. So this isn't just like a weird, why the fuck are they doing a video game thing? It seems like they're clearly created with video game thoughts in mind. So Nick, what do you? I mean, did any of this sound like anything to you?
Yeah, I need one of those wait and see what it is. Like, I understand. Yeah, I guess I understand Jacksepticeye being a part of it. I don't know what that means for him, aside from being a producer, but I'm sure something tells me people would have been more excited for like Vati Video to be part of it or something like that.
Yeah, apparently Jacksepticeye, I mean, he's one of those guys, much like Markiplier, extremely famous, but just someone I don't know anything about. He was a voice actor in. He was the little fighting dude in Dispatch. He was the voice of him, and I liked him.
Yeah.
So
as far as I knew, he was
Punch Up. Yeah,
a lot more known for shooters, but I don't know. I'm
All
not gonna write
Yeah,
anything off until I
honestly
see
don't
it.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I
Casey,
was,
what do you think
we
about
didn't.
this? Oh,
I was just gonna say we didn't really talk about it last week, but like that set design for Elden Ring looked good, so it seems like From Software's taking it seriously.
yeah. We talked about it a little bit on the rewind about how some dude was just like walking through the English like countryside. He's like, "Oi, Church America," which I thought was really funny. And I have faith in that because like Alex Garland has made, in my mind, almost nothing but bangers. Casey, how do you, as a FromSoft fan and as a fan of animation, do you feel like this is the right direction for a Bloodborne movie?
Um, yeah, I think of all of the FromSoft joints, Bloodborne would probably be my top pick for getting an adaptation. So it's cool that after Sekiro, which would have been the second one
Yeah.
after that was announced, for Bloodborne to get one right after, like that's kind of cool. Like Nick said, I just don't know enough about Jacksepticeye, and even if I did, I wouldn't know enough about his movie production credentials to see if that would have any
Yeah.
effect on whether this is good or not. But my my big thing is by first hearing this, Sony is involved as a producer. And
Mhm.
the mistake I made was thinking, oh, Sony Animation
Sure.
is tied to this. And it
It's
is not Sony
which is
Animation.
weird, which is very confusing.
Yeah,
It's Sony producing an animated movie, but not Sony
but not Sony
Animation.
Animation. And Sony
Yeah.
Animation has been doing banger after banger after banger
Mhm.
so far. So like that would have been like a big get. But
Yeah.
I don't know what the rights are like or what Sony's interest is like. But because this is Sony Pictures, Sony that did the Madam Web and Morbius, like that's what the Sony that's behind this one.
And Craven.
And Craven, yes, can't forget Craven. So however that works, I don't know, because and line I'm sorry, Lyrical, which used to be Line Mileage,
Mhm.
previously they were acquired, and which is why they've been brought on to do this, have never made an animated thing. Like they're kind
No.
of gathering people now, so there's just nothing to go on in terms of whether this would be good. Like
Agreed.
I looked to see kind of what the lineage was. I think there's someone who's in a consulting position who was tied to like a really big animation project that I'm forgetting right now, but
Okay.
that's just a consultant. So like they're not even, they're not head of production, they're not part of the team,
Here's
they're just consulting.
Yeah.
here's my I guess light at the end of the tunnel. If this movie
Mhm.
is bad and does really bad for the Bloodborne brand, that's probably enough to get Sony to be like, okay, we'll bring Bloodborne to the PS5 finally to save the
I
brand.
mean, this seems much like the first Mario movie gave us the Donkey Kong game, and a lot of people are assuming the second Mario movie is going to give us a Star Fox game. This seems like a good time, much like the first season of The Last of Us releasing, and then The Last of Us 1 being remastered per PS5. This
Yeah.
seems like a good time to make Bloodborne not only playable but zhushed up on
Mhm.
at least a PS5, because I mean, who knows, a PC with Sony's a new multi-platform strategy, who
Yeah.
knows if it will ever come to PC. But
And that would be a big deal for them to have that
yeah.
happen, right? Like especially with them trying to renew focus on the console, especially after raising the price by $200.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
I think From Software just likes money now after Elden Ring.
I think they do like money, I'm gonna be honest.
I think they found a taste of what real profit feels like.
Yeah. Funny that of these three projects, none of them are Dark Souls, which is like the thing I think of when I
Yeah.
think of FromSoft, right?
I'm sure. Well, they've basically
wonder
gone
why that is.
backwards in announcements. They did Elden Ring, Sekiro, Bloodborne.
Yeah, that is true. So maybe,
So-
yeah, I guess they're
Oh,
slowly
yeah.
going back.
Dark Souls will
but,
be the grand
No,
finale of
that's true, yeah.
announcements.
Crazy Fezman with a $5 dono says, if FromSoft is making shows out of their games, when do we get the Adventures of Cookies and Cream? It's an animated series, and the camera, the screen is split in half, and it's just two separate adventures going on at the same time that you have to digest simultaneously. I feel like kids are
will
used to
love that.
multitasking.
Yeah, the kids will love that bullshit.
They will love that, and audiences will vomit. And yeah, just to again reiterate, this isn't a 1-to-1 comp with Iron Lung, because Markiplier wrote, directed, starred, financed, and produced that movie, whereas Jacksepticeye is currently on board as a producer, which feels like more of a again,
Does
without
this
knowing,
feel right for gamers? I think that's what his role is.
That's what it feels like. Gamers, don't worry. We got someone who famously knows the series. Like Casey said, Avati Vidya, I would have been like, oh, you really know what's going on if you got him aboard. But
But even
not
at the same
knowing,
time, I'm sorry, go ahead.
but no, not, I don't, admittedly, none of us know that much about Jacksepticeye. Apparently, Bloodborne is like one of those games that he is like known for in the way that our Jack is like known for, I don't know, Dark Souls.
Naked men in Dark Souls, yeah.
Right.
Naked men in Dark Souls. Dark Souls fans. Yeah. Yeah.
No,
And I
just
guess,
wanted
no,
to point out.
wait, were
that-
you going to say that we've already got the FromSoft adaptation?
No. Just that even if Vati Video was tied to this, it still wouldn't give us any insight into like how much control he has over what's
Agreed.
going on. Like his credit as a producer could just be that his name is tied to it to give gamers confidence and not to just hate on it early, because we can see how that turns out for companies when hate just fills the internet before anything even happens.
Yeah. No, but to go back to our theory that they're working backwards, we already have our FromSoft adaptation. The episode of Secret Level that was Armored Core, which is their latest game. And so we got that, and then we'll get Elden Ring and then Sekiro. And so it is, the backwards cascade is working. I know that's kind of like that's like a cheeky one because that's
Time to go make
part
a
of an
conspiracy
anthology.
theory video.
I mean, it happened.
Yeah, it happened. Also, bring back, announce Secret Level Season 2. What are you doing, Bezos? Stop going to fake space. Stop investing in AI. Just make another season of that. Fill my ass up. Thank you so much for gifting a sub over to Keeper Days. Appreciate ya. Sovereign, we'll get back to you in a second because that'll be a little topic in its own. And then Inverse Skies, thank you so much with $8 Australian. Video game films are only fun if they sucked in the 90s and you could take the piss out of them. We watched Werewolves Within the other week for our Phoenix Tier movie night, and I think that might have been months ago, whenever that was. But I think that one was pretty good. I don't think they need to be bad. I think they could be good. I think we're capable of making good things.
A lot of them have been good.
Yeah.
And then
we're gonna get an overload of them.
Just like we talked about last week, the movies or the games that are already movies are the ones that have been really bad until Dawn. Uncharted. Actually, anything from Sony's just been bad. Let's just go with that.
As a movie, sure.
But the TV show, Last of Us Season 1 was really good.
Killed as a
and I like 2.
And Fallout. Well, no,
Fallout
was good.
Well, that's because they took it away from Sony to produce it at HBO. Amazon.
And Edge Runners and Arcane were both very good, but those are very much like color outside the lines.
Yeah, I specifically said movies.
That's true. I like Sonic ones. Don't make that noise. Keanu. Keanu and Idris. And Ben Schwartz, the big three, we call them.
I love Ben Schwartz.
So do I. Moving on from this, before we get to our next topic, Sovereign had a super chat that also ties into a Patreon question we had earlier. That Sovereign with a 20 euro dono, thank you so much, Sovereign, said, so how do we feel about that new Metro trailer, Nick? It depicts fascist thugs invading their protagonist's home and abducting and brainwashing his kids. I'm thinking this Ukrainian-made game might have some angry things to say. And that is paired with Blue Team, thank you so much, over in the Patreon, said, watch the Metro trailer. Excited to play it either late this year or early next year. It just says coming in winter. The trailer shows both Russian fascists stealing children and indoctrinating the children into a death cult. A big quote, I know writers who use subtext and they're all cowards energy. Makes sense that the book's author is a very prominent Russian who is against the war in Ukraine. Nick, I think you're the only one of us who has any history with Metro, right? I don't want to speak for you, Casey, but I don't think you and I have played a lot of Metro. Were you able to see the trailer Vidoc Xbox presentation thing from earlier today, and what did you think of it?
That trailer is gonna win awards for like artful storytelling. Really incredible, like cinematic trailer. Obviously they showed off a very short snippet of gameplay, but I mean I know what to expect from Metro. Just I want more of it. Love that series to death. But yeah, I mean obviously if you've been following the Ukraine war in real life at all, like you know that the Russians are straight up abducting Ukrainian children and putting them in schools and teaching them to kill Ukrainians. So this seems obviously that story is going to be very close to home.
Out of Metro.
Yeah, some fucker is going to say it. You know they're going to say it. But the Vidoc, you know, I mean, like 4A people from 4A have gone to fight in that war and have died. You know,
Yeah.
they live directly in Ukraine, so yeah, there's a lot of studios in Ukraine that are kind of talking about that. So gonna be gonna be a very interesting game with the context of the real world around it.
Yeah. This is the fourth Metro? Is that right?
Yes,
I guess depending
minus the
on.
VR game.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess I'm relatively ignorant. Are they more kind of open worldy, Fallouty things? Are they pretty
No, they're
linear?
pretty
Are they kind of
linear.
like survivally hardcore as like Stalker?
No, not
Um,
at all. No, they're very story-driven linear FPS games.
Maybe I
2033
should play them.
2033 and Last Light are very close to basically Call of Duty in the Apocalypse is what I would call it.
Oh,
And
okay.
then there's some resource management and all that, but nothing like as hardcore as Stalker.
You're
And
not like
then
drinking like irradiated water or anything like that and trying to manage your like thirst and
no,
health.
no.
Okay.
And
Isn't that
then
Fallout? All these games run
yeah,
into the same place in my brain.
It's
and
the one with
then
Lucy.
Exodus is kind of open zone, so there's bigger zones to explore,
Sure.
some side missions and stuff like that, but not fully open world.
Gotcha. And then
And I
it looks like the series has always had a horror tinge to it. This seems like it's even leaning maybe a little bit
oh yeah, it's definitely
further into that.
yeah. There's
Yeah.
some atmospheric horror in them, and then yeah, from what it sounds like, and kind of from what leaked, like originally whatever their new Metro game was gonna be fully open world, and then it sounds like they canceled that version to make this version, which is still a linear storytelling game, which is the right call for them.
Interesting.
Which is the right call.
Sure. Yeah. Um, do you think they kind of just said winter? Do you think that'll be a this year winter or an early? Is this gonna be like a February March game next year?
See when GTA
That's
comes
what it
out.
feels like to me. If GTA sticks to November,
Yeah, I think this will
yeah,
be like a February next year game.
that's what it kind of feels like to me, and that feels like a good time. Like
Yeah,
we've shown this year. Every year we have big games. Capcom a lot of times releases a Monster Hunter or a Resident Evil or whatnot in the first few months of the year, so that always feels like a decent time to release that.
that
And I guess
reminds
that's a good.
me of that spin-off studio that 4A like 4A Ukraine I think spun off and like to make their own thing, that La Chimera game. It came out in early access and then like I haven't heard a thing about it since. I think that studio like folded immediately.
Interesting. Like
I
they
think I remember you
left.
talking about that before.
I did, yeah, because it was like a really
Actually,
impressive looking trailer, but the game came out in early access and it was bad. It was really bad.
oh,
Actually,
Like
it
did
was
they?
supposed to
le-
it was
they
supposed to be a full release. Then it got delayed, and then they turned it into an early access release. And we're like, what?
oh.
yeah, I might have bitten off more than they could chew.
I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, this will be interesting. It seems like Xbox has a marketing partnership with them, so maybe we'll see more of it at the Xbox conference at Summer Game Fest 2-ish months from now. You mentioned Grand Theft Auto earlier, and that's kind of obviously the big game of the fall that people are planning around, but also sort of planning in the case that it moves. One bit of news that we got this week was a hacking group hacked into Rockstar, stole a bunch of data, held it ransom. Rockstar said, "Thank you, but no thank you. Feel free to do whatever you want with said data." They posted said data publicly, and not only did the data blow me away in terms of details, but it raised Take-Two's stock. The data was hacked, was posted, and was so crazy that Take-Two stock went up. I'm posting a link to the PC Gamer article about it because of a few details. One, which I was like, oh, that's pretty impressive. Between June of 2024 and April of 2026, so like a 2-year-ish span, the last 2 years, Red Dead Online was making $500,000 a week, $500,000 a week, in total about $26 million a year, which I was like, that's a impressive amount of money for Red Dead Online, because I don't know anyone who's playing Red Dead Online.
Right?
Turns out that's like the baby number, because Grand Theft Auto Online from September of last year to April to right now is making $9.6 million a week and $500 million a year. in Grand Theft Auto Online. And
Mhm.
so when people are like, why are they taking so long to make a new game? And that is why. $500 million a year coming from a game that came out in 2013, 13 years ago. A game that was originally released on the PlayStation 3.
Those
And
numbers from the online alone make me think the $1 billion budget for GTA 6 is probably not far off.
that might be kind of spot on. Other crazy things was they showed a breakdown of kind of where their player base is at, and it was split between PS4, PS5, Series X, Xbox One, and PC. And a couple things shocked me. 2/3 of all these Grand Theft Auto Online players are on a PlayStation console. So with PS5 at the top and PS4 below it. Below them are the Series X, and surprisingly, the Xbox One are almost comparable. Like the same amount of people are playing GTA on the Series X as are the last gen Xbox.
Huh.
And maybe the most surprising thing in terms of revenue, PC's way in last.
That's surprising to you?
In terms of micro, I don't know. PC
that doesn't
gamers are
surprise
always
me.
talking with their mice and keyboards. They're always puffing out their chests like Foghorn Leghorn, talking about how they're the master race. And they're not funding this game. It's
But that's
old
the
Johnny
thing,
Controller doing it.
Like the Grand Theft Auto series, regardless of how they started, because I know that like they have a history as PC games forever ago when they were like top down or whatever.
Mhm.
But like since 3 and onward, they were always console darlings. Like
And they
that
would
is
always
that
release
is their
first
home.
on consoles. and
Exactly.
then-
Yeah. So like they know where their like base is and they appeal to their base. So like that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah,
Even people who have
we-
PCs would probably they would get it and play it on their console first because the PC version would come out later.
You know,
Mhm.
when we talk about live service games, we honestly never really mentioned GTA Online, but I mean, like they're coming out with like
We
a
never
big
do.
like expansion every quarter. It
all
feels
the
like.
time.
Yeah,
All the
they've
time,
kept people
yeah.
engaged.
Still?
With that. Oh yeah,
Still,
they just released one a
I
couple
still see
weeks
like
ago.
key
I
art
think.
for stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's wild. Yeah, it shouldn't be surprising. Like Rockstar being big shouldn't be surprising, but it is still surprising to me. Also, this just reiterates to me that like this game is going to sell so much specifically on PlayStation. This is going to move PlayStations like this is going to be just fucking massive for Sony this game this fall. Like they almost don't need a fall game. They can kind of assuming this game comes out in fall.
Just bank
They
on. Yeah.
they can kind of just be like, okay, that overwhelming majority will buy it on PlayStation, or if they don't have a PlayStation, will buy a PlayStation for it. Big Goss over in the Patreon as well. Thank you so much. Big Goss said, why does it seem like Rockstar gets hacked more often than other game companies? Is it because they never fold, or maybe that the leaks would be fewer if they treated their employees better? Just some food for thought. I think it's just the fact that they're the big dog in the yard and there's a million moving parts there.
They're popular. That's what it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
like,
people are antsy about what it is they're working on. Like folks have been waiting for GTA 6 for we keep talking about how long GTA 5 has been making money.
years.
Like there are people who are still playing 5 who are playing it but are sick of it. Like they're ready for the next thing. So like yeah, I get the antsiness, but like some folks take things too far and they break the law to try and satisfy those weird cravings.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I don't know. A lot of times, like our audience, if we bring up Grand Theft Auto, I'll be like, does anyone actually care about Grand Theft Auto? I'm like, it is staggering how much bigger it is than anything else. Like it's just bigger than anything else. It's
like
any
like 100 million copies of that game have been sold, I think. And every time I bring
that
that up,
being big, it's bigger.
Yeah, every time I bring up that game has sold 100 million copies, they're just like 1 in every 3 people in the U.S. own a copy of that game. If we were to compare it stats numbers wise, that's crazy.
And some own multiple. Like I bought it for my Xbox One, and then I bought it for my Xbox Series X.
There's people who bought it for the 360. Like it came out on the 360.
I'm sorry.
360. Yeah.
That's what I meant. Yeah. I bought it
and
for
then
my
bought it
360
for the
and
next
then
one.
bought it on my Xbox One.
And then bought it for the
PC.
And then got it on PC.
I didn't buy it for the third time. I think I used like whenever it was like free on Game Pass.
Sure.
I did play it there, but I don't think I bought it.
I never even finished the campaign until PS5.
Still haven't played it.
That's still insane. That's so insane. Marty, play GTA 5.
I'm
We can-
playing it too.
We can
It
do
seems
it.
fun.
We can do it. We can do it together.
Just like you're planning to watch Avatar: The Way of Water.
Yeah, I'll play it and watch Avatar: The Way of Water at the same time in my split screen. Be entertainment maxing. Sniper, thank you so much for a $5 Canadian dono. Said, great bingo stream. You should do GTA 5 Gone in 60 Seconds bingo. Each person gets a car on the board and drives it back to the base with no damage. That's kind of fun.
That never even crossed my mind.
Every
to
board-
use GTA 5 as a.
Oh, that's literally the first game I thought of after.
Oh, really?
Breath of. But my thing is like I don't know. I kind of need to play it to understand it to be like, would this work? That's like the only other big open world game that makes sense to me. I guess Skyrim, Elden Ring, that kind of thing. But like, I kind of like that idea of like specific squares or specific vehicles that you need to get back. You need to get back to a certain spot. That's fun. And then Witticism, thank you so much
Good
for the
idea.
$5 dono, says, oh yeah, and Sniper, yeah, we will definitely be doing more kind of fun bingo competition streams like that. They take a long time to plan, and we don't want to like overload people with them. But yes, we've heard it loud and clear. People like those, and we like them, so more of those. Witticism, thank you so much for the $5 dono, says GTA 5 is the most profitable piece of media ever created by humans, and it's still hard to grasp the reality of that. These stats are crazy. Yeah. Bigger than the Bible. Get bent, Jesus.
Wait, really?
I don't know, probably.
It can't be, right?
Probably. They don't release the Bible on multiple consoles. I guess there was that PC game Yahtzee and I played, but other than that, yeah.
No,
yeah.
the Bible must sell more than GTA.
If this country has its
Bible's been
way,
around longer.
the Bible will become included with the console.
Just based on that, at least.
I bet the Bible hasn't sold more since 2013. I bet since September 2013, I believe September 9th was when Grand Theft Auto launched. I bet Grand Theft Auto has outsold the Bible. Who's out there buying the Bible? You either have
why
the
they
Bible,
keep popping up everywhere.
You either already own
it's
the
the hotels
Bible,
that are
or
buying all of them.
You aren't interested in
Yeah, like
the Bible.
hotels buy them in mass. Like they're
they put
fucking
them
everywhere.
they put them in your drawer at hotels.
So the numbers.
Imagine if your hotel.
It's a money laundering scheme.
GTA 5.
you open up every nightstand
drawer
has a
copy of
GTA
GTA
5 on it.
And the Bible's in there.
Before we move on to all the stuff we've been playing, including Pragmata, Ultras in the Patreon brought up a game that I saw some scutterbugs. I saw some scutterbugs about on the internet this week. I don't know if you guys saw it. It was reported that Epic is making an extraction shooter featuring Disney characters. Now, I was wondering what the Firelink team thinks of this. I can just imagine that there's enough of marketing overlap between hardcore Disney fans and extraction shooters to make this a wise investment. Sorry, I just can't imagine that there's enough of an overlap. So,
Okay, my brain broke for a second.
Disney and Epic have a
characters.
partnership. They have Disney has given Epic a shit ton of money as a partnership. Fortnite stuff, that kind of metaverse nonsense. A report came out, hasn't been confirmed, that Epic is working on an extraction shooter featuring Disney characters. So animated characters, maybe Star Wars, maybe Marvel.
Are they going to extract people's jobs?
Yeah, they're going to extract people's jobs. They did get rid of entire departments too.
Too soon.
Yeah.
The thing that seems, I guess Fortnite isn't an extraction shooter. So this wouldn't necessarily be competing with Fortnite. And when people think of extraction shooters, they think of sweaty things, right? You think of, maybe Marathon is the least sweaty of
Excuse
them.
me, Fortnite is extremely sweaty. Have you seen how the kids
But it's not
build?
an extraction shooter. It's not an extraction shooter, is it?
No, it's a battle royale. But they might as well just add
It's
extraction
not
to it.
sweaty. If Stone Cold Steve Austin's in your game, it's not
Are you
sweaty.
kidding me?
It's literally sweaty. But
Those kids.
also, you guys see Stone
The
Cold
way
in Fortnite.
kids build buildings in that
I've seen
game
Stone Cold
makes
Fortnite.
my brain hurt. Like, they don't need to go to college. They can just build
No, yeah,
things
they
in
do be
Fortnite.
going off in Fortnite.
Yeah,
A bunch of
it's-
future architects in that game.
Future architect who are willing to just hit a button and destroy your building. But yeah, I guess Casey, what do you think of the idea of Epic building an extraction shooter based, I'm assuming geared towards children, based around Disney characters?
It is strange because it seems as though Epic only has Fortnite to focus on. So Disney giving them a ton of money at a time where they laid off 1,000 people because the game that they're solely focused on is somehow not as popular as it used to be, while still being the second most popular. Because we just talked about GTA, the second most popular game on the planet. Seems weird. Like, when are they going to find the time to do that? Is my question. But the second question is, what is Disney doing? Like, this confounds me a little bit. Like, why are you spending any amount of money on this right now? Like, what did they look at that made them say, "Oh, we got to get an extraction shooter"?
Also, remember the last time Disney went all in on the big genre of a moment with their IP? It was
Toys
Disney
for Bob
Infinity.
and
It was
yeah,
Disney
Disney
Oh,
Infinity.
yeah.
Infinity, and that's what happened. And
And
look
Disney
where that
Infinity
went.
was good. It was like the best version of whatever that wave was, and it
I mean,
But
folded.
it was late to the
To
party, and
be-
people kind of didn't care. Like, yeah,
like Fortnite's definitely sweaty, but I will say, like, to be fair, like, there isn't like a Fortnite extraction game yet. Like, I think they want to try to recreate
like an all ages extraction game.
recreate the trend that they did with Fortnite for Battle Royale with an extraction game and get in on that trend. It's probably, I mean,
Like 15
I'm sure
years later.
I don't know, like it's one of those things that, like, yeah, it's probably a lot of money to produce, but it could be a drop in the bucket of what they could make, even if it doesn't take off.
It is funny that it seems like all the non-traditional Fortnite things that have been added to Fortnite are the things
They
that
shut
get
'em all
mentioned
down.
when there's layoffs.
Yeah, they shut them all.
Yeah,
Like,
like the
like
different
they bought
modes,
Psionics and have done nothing with them besides made a racing game in Fortnite that they've already killed. They bought
Yeah,
all these developers that they bought have done nothing with them. I hate when that
yeah. There's
happens.
Lego
I enjoy it,
things, there's
actually.
music things, and it just seems like so many of them get either the support dries up or they're the things on the chopping block when Tim Sweeney comes out and says, "Oh, we're doing great, but we had to lay off 20,000 people." I don't know why I gave him the George Lucas voice. I don't even know what he sounds like.
Well, will this new extraction shooter also be in Fortnite? Because they haven't let their dev teams make anything that isn't directly connected to Fortnite.
I don't know. That's the confusing thing. So there's gonna be Fortnite, which can have a little bit of everything, including like LeBron James and Stone Cold. But then there's gonna be this thing, which is only Disney. So like Captain America can be in it, but Batman can't. Um, I don't know. It's just also, well, I guess Disney hasn't done the platform fighter yet, right? Like
No.
Worked
WB
really
did,
well
and
for
obviously
DC,
kind of.
WB, yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm just, I don't know. Yeah, it
No, they
seems
haven't.
like I imagine that was
That would
being worked on at some point somewhere, and eventually didn't
probably.
pan out because there's the Nickelodeon one, there's all sorts of ones, but yeah, I don't know. It also just every time I see this, I'm like, is there enough room for a thing like this? Like, are people
I
going to
mean,
care?
you never know. Like there was it's not new because we've seen it a couple of times, but there was a new trailer that just dropped for that Capture the Flag game, Last Flag, I think it's called.
Last Flag, yeah, which I think Nick, you got to see or play at one of the GDCs, right?
Yeah, and
Yes.
that looks like whimsical. Like it looks kind of like that same energy. Like, okay, it's hard focused on PvP. It got fun gameplay loops from what I can see, and it's like stylized in like that sort of goofy cartoonish character thing, like like Fortnite looks. And literally all the comments about it are people talking shit and saying, "Oh, Concord Part 3" and stuff like that. Like that energy, that initial reaction to just anything sort of PvP focused is just so bad right now. But then you get something like what's it called, Arc Raiders, that just does really well despite everyone's like none of this fucking shit makes sense.
Well,
Yeah.
I like to say, like,
Arc Raiders has done so well because it's a social game, not really a PvP game.
I mean, you
Like,
say that, but like PvP's in it. Like the social stuff came when the players started playing.
yeah,
Like they
well, I
could
mean,
have, like
it's
the player
it's
base could have very easily just been dicks and shot each other the whole time, right?
Sorry, what do you mean by social? Like, aren't all multiplayer games social games? Or am
yeah,
I-
yeah, but like Arc Raiders, like the game is built around communication with people, where
Gotcha.
like a lot of the immersion stuff just happens from people interacting with other people, compared
Sure,
to just
sure.
a straight up PvP game like KC's talking about, where you just go in the arena and Call of Duty it up, basically.
Gotcha.
That Arc Raiders really created those viral moments. Those are the multiplayer games that, I mean, this is a whole nother topic altogether, but those are the multiplayer games that are really taking off. Or all the friend slap games, because
Ones
it's
that
all
let
social
people
interaction.
talk to each other.
Yeah.
Nick, you
All
should
right,
do
there may be something
you
to
should
that.
do an unpacked about how
I've already done an
you're
unpacked on
fine
that.
with you're fine with a bunch of Friend Slop games coming up.
Oh yeah, maybe. Seems like a good idea.
You should have Jesse edit it if Eric's not around.
Mhm.
Spoilers. That's what Unpacked Tomorrow is about by Nick and Jesse.
Amazing.
Incredible. That was, I'm gonna be honest, incredibly smooth segue. What an incredible way to slide in some SpawnCon in there. All right, fuck it.
Sorry, you were gonna segue, but to stay on the hacking topic.
Oh, please.
Real quick. Did anyone hear about this Avatar: The Last Airbender movie getting hacked?
Yes, the entire movie. There's a. Oh, sorry. You explain it. I don't know.
Oh no. I mean, I got wind of it. I randomly came across like random clips on the web that look fucking phenomenal, by the way. But the fact that the whole movie is out in the wilderness, like from what I heard, someone with the full thing sent it to a friend, and then that friend just leaked it to like a bunch of other people. Like, just what the fuck are you doing?
Bad friends. Bad friends.
Like,
listen, as someone who has friends who
God.
sends them things, bad friends. Good friends don't send them on.
Yeah, like that's so shitty. Like I hope, I don't hope that person who did that is fired, but I hope something happened to the friend because he trusted that asshole
Sure.
and he got him all the way fucked up.
Yeah. So yeah, just the quick context of that is there's an Avatar: The Last Airbender animated sequel film coming out later this year. About the characters from Avatar, but they're older. And the entirety of it leaked online, like not even in a like, oh, this looks like someone, filming with a shaky cam. It just looks like the movie, like the entirety of the movie in HD. There's been some speculation that Paramount wants out of this whole Avatar business, and that this could have been a purposeful leak to kill the thing.
How's that possible?
Because they have
That's
HBO on the mind now. Because they're like, we don't care about that. If we buy Warner Brothers, we care about DC and we care about Game of Thrones. We don't care about this and Harry Potter. Yeah. I don't know. That's scuttlebutt. That's scuttlebutt. But yeah.
That, to be honest, that still sounds very tinfoil hatty to me. Like I don't think, because like the way these companies work is they want all the things. Like even if they don't care about the thing, they still want it.
Yeah.
And Avatar has always had a, like, first of all, it's a big deal. Maybe it's not the biggest money maker, but like it could easily be if they just paid a little more attention to it, right? Which they seem to have been doing. Like there was a bunch of animated movies which were supposed to be coming out over the next couple of years, and this was the first one. So I think that was still very much going to happen. But like, if I'm really worried at this point, if this puts a dent in like whatever they were going to do profits wise in terms of like this movie releasing and being a hit, like that could be the end of them even trying to go back to this well.
Yeah, because it doesn't seem like the live action show really hit, right?
Yeah, it kind of came and went. Yeah, people haven't really been obsessed with it to that degree.
Yeah.
And it was okay. Like it wasn't like, it's not like it's like a sleeper thing where like, oh, it's really, really good and no one's paying attention. Like it was just kind of fine.
But I mean, to put on my hat as the One Piece guy again, like it seems like One Piece is a way bigger deal. Like it's always at the top of Netflix.
No, it is.
A bunch of
I think
normies
it's a
I
better
know watch
show.
it.
Yeah,
It got
I think
me into it. Yeah, I think
it's
it is
a better
it's
live action adaptation of
Yeah.
its thing than Avatar is of its thing. But I always said Avatar needs to stay animated, just make more of that, and they did. And then some jackass leaks it to the fucking world. This is like the Perfect Dark situation all over.
How weird!
Crush my dreams.
Crush your dreams. Build your dreams up. How weird! We started talking about an asshole who leaked it, and Nick ran away from the computer. I'm not saying it's Nick.
My dogs
It just could be a Nick.
bleeping.
The dogs are barking.
Yeah. So Casey, when you brought up how Paramount, maybe is trying to kill this thing or whatever, and Casey said that was like maybe because of conspiracy theorists. So this is a complete side tangent. I'm probably gonna do an unpacked on this at some point, but I'm sure you've heard all the craziness going on with that Ashes of Creation game, that MMO and Triple Studios, basically investors shut down the studio, all this other nonsense.
Yeah.
So this like, we talk about the depravity of corporations a lot. I want you to listen to this email that the employees who were fired shared from their shareholders, and then you probably won't believe about how, or you probably won't think this is so much a conspiracy theory at Paramount about people screwing people over. Uh, from one of the shareholders there, or from whoever is handling money there. I do not believe we should pay severance nor pay time off. These are bottom performers who have already been paid more than they deserve. We don't owe them more. If they want to make noise in market, they will anyway as we're fired. Who listens to a poor performer who gets whacked? Any suit against us will be against the odd entity that will have no value in a week. So unless Sam thinks we have an obligation or exposure, let's not pay either. There is no value in using good cash to pay this. If we can find 90K, let's spend it on marketing. We will generate 180,000 on 6,000 new players. When we turn on subscriptions, we'll be worth 120,000 a month. Conservative valuation, multiple of 10x, says this makes us 1.2 million. Our fiduciary duty as a board says we owe our investors this better allocation of capital.
Gross. These people are gross.
That's the grossest thing I'm gonna make a video on that. That is the grossest fucking email. And I've seen some gross emails in my time, and I didn't work in corporate that long. That is amongst the top.
That's like the crafting guy asking his ChatGPT, how do I get these guys out of their contract? Like
S6.
These people I promised to pay.
Yeah, S6 is my handle. What was that? So, very long story short, I won't cover it in this podcast, but because we were talking about corporate malarkey, the Ashes of Creation MMO is in some legal limbo because basically the people who invested in the studio have shut it down. It's in court, all this kind of stuff coming out. So some of the court discovery coming out is basically these emails from financial whoever is in charge of finances at Intrepid. And this email is one of those emails that was sent out to, the top brass about how we shouldn't pay people. We shouldn't pay them severance or pay time off. It's just fucking, oh my God.
I mean, when you think about it,
and not pay them.
That is an easy way to save money. Is just don't.
It's an easy way to save money. Yes,
genius. I don't know why they didn't do it first.
No one will listen to them if they complain about it either. They're too small.
Yeah, too small. They're like cockroaches.
What the fuck kind of supervillain bullshit are we doing?
Genuine Lex Luthor shit.
That is our current world right now. That's the people in charge of our world right now.
Don't tax them. Heaven forbid, don't tax them.
Yeah, just pay my
Crazy
taxes.
Fez
I don't want
fan.
to do that.
Thank you so much for the $5 dono. Me and the boys in a 3-man party as the witches from Hocus Pocus. That's a very possible thing that could happen a year from now. Those 3 witches, Sarah Jessica Parker,
Honestly,
and the others.
If they made an extraction,
Bette Midler.
Oh, and the other one
was.
Yeah.
If they made like an extraction game that was not about like loot, but like taking the stories that Disney has done and just having fun with that, like Hercules having to go save Meg from the 80s, like that sounds
getting
fun.
Something out of the Disney vault. Yeah. Oh no, they put the Foxhound in the Disney vault. We gotta get it. All right, I'm back on board. I want this game. You gotta like get Walt Disney's like cryogenically frozen anti-Semitic head out of the vault. It's not his head that was anti-Semitic. His whole
if it's Disney, they can do like anything from Fox too, right? So maybe they're making an alien extraction shooter. I'd play that.
That gets spooky. I guess that isn't entirely
it's
different.
Good enough for the kids, right?
I feel like all these recent alien games are
the kids like the aliens, I think.
Yeah, I feel like chest bursters. Then S6 with $2 Thank you so much. Show us the puppy or else.
Barry was upset about something outside and would let me know it. He kept I had to let him out because he grabbed his squeaky toy and was just sitting here squeaking
Good for
it at
Barry. You know what, Barry? Voice your concern in the situation. I appreciate that. Speak up. Squeaky wheel gets the grease. All right, let's talk about stuff we've been playing and watching. And let's start with Pragmata, because that's the big release of the week. Might be out today, might be out tomorrow. There's just no way of knowing. You can't look it up online. They certainly don't have a release date.
No Eric, so we can't figure it out.
No Eric, so we can't do that. You can check out Yahtzee's Fully Ramblematic on it from yesterday. I'll probably also have a video. I had a column on it earlier this week, and I'll probably have a video on it sometime next week, a little bit later. But yeah, I'm nearing what I assume is the end of the game. I'm about 9 hours into it. And I really fucking like this. I think this is another massive W for Capcom, who's kind of pulling out in front as like maybe the third party that's killing it the most at the moment. This game, and I think Nick agrees with me, this kind of feels like a relic of the of the aughts in a good way, in my opinion. This feels like a game that this could have been the sixth member of the Capcom 6, and it would have made sense, I think. And it's a couple things keep me coming back to it. A, it's really pretty, and there's a great environmental variety throughout the game, and it kind of just feels like an adventure every time you go to a different biome along the story. And that story hits with me, even though it is, it's pretty predictable. It is kind of tugging at the heartstrings of, Yahtzee calls it the Harry Dad game, which is pretty spot on. Of you're a
Mhm.
dude and you need to protect this young girl who is a robot in this case, but you need to protect her as she helps you navigate this lunar base that is under siege from a rampant AI. But the combat and exploration, I think, is kind of top tier. Like every environment, I want to look around every corner, every nook and cranny, explore, because everything you get feeds back into the upgrade system, which immediately makes combat feel better. And the combat feels so fucking good, in my opinion. And it's a combination of when you get into these encounters, it's spatial awareness. It's you have several enemies and you need to make sure you're moving in the right direction to not get hit by them. It's core shooting using limited resource guns, which encourages you to, have to get out of your comfort zone. You might love using a shotgun, but the shotgun has 5 shots and you need to pick up another gun that's on the ground during it. But the big thing is Diana, your little android surrogate daughter, is hacking in the middle of combat. So a little board comes up during combat, and you kind of have to. It feels like part maze, part like
Like
almost
Snake.
like almost like
Snake, yeah.
snake puzzle. So you have to be like, oh, do I want to just quickly get to the exit and finish my hack, or do I want to spend a lot of time? And all this is happening in real time to go through the right little nodes that'll provide extra damage, or later on in the game provide different kind of status effects, like the enemy will freeze in place, or will become vulnerable to critical shots, or you can confuse an enemy for a little bit and they'll start attacking other ones. And so the juggling of those at the same time really feels great, and kind of it plays like a Ratchet and Clank game to me, which I really like. But I know Casey, I guess you started it most recently. What did you think of it? What you like?
Yeah, like I am liking it so far. Maybe 2.5 hours or so. Like I'm like in the middle of that second area, like
Did you get to
the
the city?
moon New York. Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
And it kind of surprised me because like it looks really pretty, and it's animated very well. Like the way the characters move around is so like it's very convincing in a real way that I was thrown off when I got control of Hugh and he felt so light. Like he like
Hmm.
he's so easy to move around. And like so it was kind of this weird thing where like he looks so kind of like bulky and hulking, but like he feels really, really good to move around. And I'm still bouncing around with Resident Evil 9, and the fact that they're both Capcom games, the fact that they're both third person over the shoulder games, but the difference is night and day in terms of how good it feels to move around a character. And I know one is maybe intentional, like they want you to feel kind of claustrophobic and
Hmm.
limited in your ability to get away from things, but that's not how Hue is. They create that tension by giving you that mini game in the corner while things slowly encroach on you, and that feels like a better way to create the tension than by limiting my ability to move around and dodge. So like I'm having a much better time with this, and I am enjoying Resident Evil 9 still, but this is more my speed. And like you said, the exploration of like the little levels so far, I'm sure they get maybe more expansive and the situations get more varied, but like it's fun. Like it doesn't feel like super like harrowing or taxing. It's like a good kind of chill out, relax, play
Hmm.
through the story, and the story's warming up. Like I don't like it's not like it hasn't hooked me super hard yet. I am intrigued as to maybe what's going on here. Um, but it very much feels like a really good start to a new series. Like a Pragmata 2 will probably be like several people's favorite game or game of the year down the road. Like it has
Sure,
that sort of
sure.
energy. Like the
Yeah,
first of a great couple.
yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
I feel that. Nick,
Yeah,
what do you think of it so
I
far?
pretty much echo all of Casey's thoughts on it. I like the gameplay, combat's fun. I like the characters. I'm not as hooked into the story yet. Basically the same as KC. Like I like the dialogue between the characters and the kind of father daughter dynamic. There's
Yeah, he was
definitely
just a
some
nice
fun.
guy.
Yeah, there's like I like all the little moments they have together, like where she's chasing like the cat and then almost throws herself off the edge, and she's like, "Well, you could just
Yeah.
fix me." He's like, "No, don't, no, we're not doing
Yeah.
that."
It's still going to be very traumatizing to see what looks
Yeah.
like an 8-year-old girl explode into a million pieces.
Yeah. So like she's weird, but she's funny. I like how sassy she gets. There's like another line, uh, where he tells her like it's the same, basically the same scene. He tells her like, "You'll figure it out. Why it's important you don't die." And then she like uses it back at him later, like, "Yeah, you'll figure it out."
Yeah. You're like, oh, you little son of a bitch.
Yeah. The game this actually reminds me a lot of it actually is Enslaved: Odyssey to the West.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Not just the dynamic between the two characters kind of coming to get to know each other in that way. So yeah, no, I really dig it. I'm at the same point I think Casey is. I'm about to enter the 3rd chapter, so we'll get to it if I can break myself away from Marathon.
Awesome. Yeah,
I am also still playing Crimson Desert.
We all have our problems. We all have our vices. One other thing I really like from it is you are constantly going back to this kind of safe hub area, like a little, like almost apartment you've created for the two of you. And that's where you upgrade your character stuff, you upgrade your guns, you choose your loadout. You could play like a you collect these little tokens. You can eventually open up this kind of bingo board that you can unlock a bunch of new stuff. And there's also like you're kind of decking it out and making it feel more like a home. And then she's drawing you little pictures. So it's like nothing it's doing feels, other than the hacking, I will say, nothing feels like anything I haven't seen before. But it's like doing them pretty well. It's like playing yeah, you're seeing like a cover band, and it's just kind of like, okay, you're doing a great job of these songs I like.
Yeah.
Stick with it. So I know there's some people who just kind of need something new in their life, but I think this is hitting a lot of right notes that I've enjoyed over the past 25 years, and that we don't get of a ton anymore. A game
Yeah,
that's like
I'm
10 hours
glad
long
character
and
like
just does this.
action adventure games are starting to make a comeback. 'Cause
Yeah,
ironically with Capcom, because they're doing Omnimusha too, and
Onimusha. Yeah, that's right.
and
yeah. Bring back Mega Man Legends. Who knows? This might be a Mega Man game. I haven't finished it yet. There's no way to know. No way to know. This could be a little twist at the end. What else have you guys been playing? Nick, what have you been playing or watching?
I'm still playing Marathon. I do have a cool announcement to make regarding Marathon though.
Dun 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 dun.
Aside from the Burger King games, because those were really easy to get the achievements in, this is the first game that I've ever 100%ed achievements on.
Oh, dang.
Aren't there games that you just get it? You never played Peter Jackson's game? Before that.
But that's what I said. The Burger King games, I got the achievements on those because there was like 3 of them. Yeah,
that's impressive for a multiplayer game. To get
I
all
had
the
to
achievements,
reach.
usually those are like.
Yeah, I had to reach level 100 in game, so I got it. I got my
Dang.
first gold shield and my
Yeah, that's a
first
long
gold
marathon.
backpack out of it, and now I don't want to lose them. I will guard them with my very many lives I have.
What happens? Are you going to like? Like at a certain point, you're gonna have to be like, okay, I just can't keep this up anymore, right? Like you're gonna move on to another game, or maybe this is it forever. I'm waiting on it.
Well, I mean, I'm safeguarding all that gear, but they're gonna take it away from me in June when they wipe, so I'll have to use it at some point, and it's gonna hurt my soul. But yeah, I've never.
Like a new season thing.
Yeah. They basically reset everything so that you start fresh again,
Okay.
which I'm fine with. But
That's pretty cool, because then like new people can like maybe jump in during those wipes and be like, okay, now I can start.
Basically,
starts.
Well, basically what I said last week is, they need to keep experimenting with new modes, and they're already doing that. So like there's a mode right now where everybody has to take in a free kit. You can't bring in any gear of your own. You have to use a free kit. So basically it turns it into a battle royale amongst teams, and like that's already opened it up to new people to play it together, because everybody starts with the same level gear and you just have to find things in the map. So I think Marathon's gonna have a good long life ahead of it, just as long as they keep experimenting with stuff. And every single week they've been doing an experimental mode. They did duos, they did this new mode, they're talking about doing other things. So but yeah, no, I
Microphone got a little scratchy at the end there.
Oh, did it? Am I still scratchy?
No, it might have just been a
Sounds Sounds better now.
Yeah, you
Okay.
sound better now. Sorry.
Yeah. No, still haven't put it down. I keep trying to go back to Crimson Desert. I just it's the story has not hooked me. I love the world
It
so
will not.
much.
It
Yeah.
will not hook you.
Yeah, like the story hasn't hooked me. I love the world. I love exploring, but I also just feel constantly overwhelmed playing that game. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't really know what I want to do, and I think I might shelve it until I want to come back to it because there's just no. Kind of like Dragon's Dogma 2 for me a little bit.
Interesting. And but like you didn't have that problem with like a Kingdom Come or something.
No, I mean Kingdom Come has a fantastic story that I wanted to get through all the way through. So
Yeah,
like,
there's like a plot
I could
pulling
give
you along and something like that, I guess.
Yeah, I could give two shits about the story in Crimson Desert. I care about none of the characters. I have no idea what's going on. I just like Casey, you're way farther than me, but I just got done with
It's all over the place.
I just got done with like the science quest that they do where the guy gets pulled into the abyss. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? What is happening? Why do I care about this?
Like, what the fuck?
They're like, then what's the thing
Like,
they ask you to go find? They ask you to go find the white crow, and I'm like, who's the other crow? What's going on?
They tell you who that is, but it doesn't matter because you didn't.
Yeah,
know
it doesn't
who that
matter.
dude was.
I'm-
like who the fuck is this guy?
So they're like, go 2,000 meters this way, go chase this guy down. Like, who am I? I don't even know what they look like.
Yeah, like following the plot of Crimson Desert is only useful in the fact that it unlocks like new things.
areas,
like you
and
get
new
access
things,
to like new areas and new abilities and like new side whatevers. And the thing is, like, that game is like all its side stuff is so fun to like just
that's what I
bump
love.
into. Like there's a fake poker game called Duo that I only learned how to play it. Like I looked up a guy like, how the fuck do you play this shit? I've never learned how to play poker because I needed to like win in order to like beat a story quest. And then I got obsessed with playing it because it's not the hand. It's like trying to read your opponent to see if they're cheating. And then if you guess right when they're cheating, a dude comes and fucking smashes their hand with a hammer. The game is so insane. It's like it's all that side stuff that really has me like hooked.
Yeah.
But I do the story to kind of keep finding more of it.
Did you find the like hidden village in the forest in Hernand?
Yeah.
Were you able to get into it? Because like the kids drug you.
Yeah, they keep like it took me a while. Like first I bounced up against it and like they would just drag me out again.
Yeah.
And then like hours and hours later, like I stumbled across like that big tree guy.
Yep.
And that just happened to be what they were looking for. Like it was completely by chance. Like I wasn't actively trying to do the thing. I just saw the big tree dude. I was like,
you got drugged by kids?
Kids if you try to enter their village, they come over and drug you, and then they're just like, should we kill him? No, we'll just leave him. Like, okay.
Imagine if Gandalf and Frodo had children. Like that's what those kids are in that game. They're just a bunch of magical tiny people.
Like
it's even weirder. It's even weirder if you get to the village. Furries would be happy.
Yeah, there's like tons of cats in there. Yeah.
Okay, I can get behind this.
It's like a cat cafe in there.
All the stories about the game sound great. I just don't feel like I want to play this game. But I just want to keep hearing the stories.
I get that.
I like the stories.
Just like I said, just exploring the world is the best part of that game. And it's fine. But when covering games is our job, when covering games is our job, like I gotta move on.
It's crazy. Like there's like set pieces and areas in that game that are like for just one thing. It's like you come across here like for just one story beat, and then you kind of never have to come back. Like maybe it'll give you a side quest in that space again, but it's like this is so intricately made and gorgeous, and like there's just shit all over the place. And like I was here for 3 seconds. Like I don't know, I don't understand Crimson Desert.
I don't think you're supposed to.
Fucking insane. It's nuts.
It's not meant to be understood. That is this game just continues to be one of the most bonkers thing. Also, just passed 5 million copies sold, which is great.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Just chugging along.
Yeah.
Good for you, Crimson Desert. Nick, have you played or watched anything else?
I started the latest season of The Boys, which I still love. The political handholding is so like blatant. It's like it's funny. It's also like just so blatant. But it was pretty funny though. the Russians, the Russian website RT today shared a scene where Soldier Boy is shaking the hand of Putin, and they're like, "See, like America loves Russia," and it's like, guys, that was done in jest, you idiots.
I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand what the show's about.
It's so
You might not
funny.
be. You might not be getting this.
It's
It's the
so
people who are like, yeah, I identify with Homelander. Like that's not
no,
right. You don't want to
no,
do that.
no.
He's
I mean,
actually
if-
he's actually the bad guy on the show.
But I also like they weirdly like it's very very slight spoiler for Boys season 5. So mute if you don't want to hear a slight spoiler. But they like weirdly predicted that most recent thing where Trump depicted himself as Jesus. They like weirdly predicted it because Homelander has a moment where he's like speaking to God and that God's telling him you're divine.
Yeah.
It's so
It's a playbook. Yeah, like these,
It's a
these
playbook.
people all
It's
fall
a
into the same
playbook.
category, and like
You used to have to be able
these
to
guys
like reach.
aren't doing anything different.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
used to have to be able to like reach for satire, and now it's just kind of like, well, just
Satire
make it
is
everything's
real.
going out there.
Yeah.
and we're there.
The world is worse than Sartre's satire.
Yeah. I need to get caught up with the boys. I hear good things about this season. Before we move over to Casey, rocket powered redneck with a $5 dono said, "Is Marathon ever coming to Linux, or will it always be trash?" That's a great question. Will it always be trash? Is it never coming to Linux? Us Linux heads need to know. No, it's not coming to Linux.
Is
Is this a safe space? I don't know what Linux is.
Were you talking to me?
I mean,
my brain went gone.
Yes,
for
it was a
minute
question about Marathon.
there. I zoned real hard. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that clip and look at what I was looking at because I was just not there.
You were just kind of staring, slack-jawed like a yokel. And Casey and I were hoping that you'd say something because we're not playing it. I don't know what Linux is.
I don't know if the original Marathon came to Linux. If that's what you're asking about.
It was a Mac game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it
I don't know
was.
anything about the original
I
Marathon.
believe the original Marathon came out for the Macintosh.
It's on
Is
Steam.
Marathon on Mac?
Marathon's like
I don't
free on Steam.
Is that on
these days,
Apple
I think.
computers?
Is it on Apple computers?
Do Apple computers get games nowadays? Did that change?
Yes.
You get Balatro, that's all. Casey, what have you been playing or watching? Anything?
Like I said, still some Crimson Desert, still a little Resident Evil 9. I
Where you
did
at in
finally
Resi
make
9?
it out of Grace's section. Like so like Leon
Oh,
pulled
were you
up
too
in his
scared?
Porsche in the big. No, it's because I have to wait till my wife is around.
Because you were too
I'm
scared.
playing it while she watches.
Oh.
No, I'm playing it while she watches. But yeah, I'm right at the beginning of where I guess is Leon's big section, like you guys mentioned.
Mhm.
And I was looking forward to that because I was kind of getting tired of Grace's shit. But actually, I really like Grace. Like I think Grace is a real fun character, and
Yeah.
like I get what the appeal of that gameplay loop is. Even if it's not for me, like it's not the way I want to spend my time playing a bunch of games. I get why other folks are like, "Oh, I'm way into this nonsense."
Mhm.
I want more of the Leon style action, but Leon isn't actiony enough. They're like giving you as much action as they can in a Resident Evil style.
Yeah.
So just to get to the end of the game, like I'll probably keep pushing along in that.
You would be the world's number one Resident Evil 6 fan.
I
Not
doubt
that
it.
you would.
That pushes the action all the way to the edge.
I doubt it. But yeah, outside of that, I haven't really been playing much that I haven't talked about already. But watching, I'm still burning through Paradise. I made it to season 2.
Oh, nice.
And like I predicted, pretty dumb. pretty stupid turns of events.
How far are you into season 2?
Sterling K. Brown now has a baby.
He does. Yeah, good for him.
He has this adopted baby that he's not stole, was gifted from a dear friend, I guess.
I gotta.
What?
Do you know what he calls the baby? And I know I can say this
Yes.
around you because we call it Annie's boobs because of Annie's boobs. That's all I think of when he said that.
Someone in the writing room must have made that joke, right? Like that must be a callback.
I mean, the guy is called Link, and he says, "Because I like the game character," and I'm like, "All right, you guys are just kind of saying the thing right in the script there." Yeah, there's a character called Link
It's so
because he
dumb.
wants to be like Link. Yeah,
Yeah, he's just a nerd, is that guy. But yeah, it's as dumb as the story is getting, like it's like fun. Like it's like
It
a
is.
funny dumb.
Yeah.
Like the assassin lady who was like, "You should have paid me with that we." Like it's like, like
There's
what
this,
the fuck?
there is like a Black Widow level assassin who's obsessed with specifically like Wii Sports and
Like
then
Wii
Wii
bowling,
Sports
yeah.
on Switch, like that, and she fucking loves it. And it is Wii. It's not like fake video game 101. It is, this is my Wii and I love Wii bowling, and oh shit, now I have a Switch and I can do Switch bowling. Incredibly funny.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I'm having a good time with it. So
Yeah.
we'll see how it closes out.
There's one of my favorite things. I don't want to spoil. It has these needle drops where it's sad versions of pop songs.
Yeah, they do that every episode.
And the lyrics are so on point. And there's one later, they do Final Countdown during a Final Countdown. And I'm like, that's just the words. There is a Final Countdown, and they're like a very sad cover of the Final Countdown.
Yeah, they were doing that from the beginning. And like, yeah. It's very hard to not notice that they're just kind of telling you the plot with whatever song they chose.
Yeah.
Even like, but I don't know if earlier on it felt like it had like the air of subtlety, even though it wasn't subtle at all. That sounds like they just threw that out the window entirely. It was like, this is a musical now.
It is an incredible magic trick because like I consider Sterling K. Brown to be like a capital A actor. And so I thought this was going to be like a prestige, like an HBO thing, but it's like, oh no, this is like kind of garbage affectionately, like garbage TV with like high caliber actors in it. And
but it didn't start that way. Like it didn't start that way
because it was originally like a kind of like a murder mystery, like a whodunit, and we're gonna figure out who done it in this.
Yeah, it was like a classic mystery box with like a really strong premise, and then it seems like they just they pitched the show with that premise and hadn't written a word.
Yeah,
like they went back like shit. Now we got to make it, and then like it just went all downhill from there. That's what this feels like. But I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
I want to remind.
It's also yearly, which is nice. That and The Pit come back every year, unlike like Severance, which isn't come back until we're dead. It's nice to know like, oh, there's gonna be a new season in January. Sorry, what were you saying, Nick?
Reminds me, I want to check out that new comedy. I think it's on HBO, Rooster with Steve Carell.
I've watched the first few episodes. I like it quite a bit. Again,
yeah,
incredible cast. And yeah, walks that good like comedy drama kind of line, almost in like the Ted Lasso, a little bit sharper than Ted Lasso. I saw the clip from the show where like he's making Steve Carell do the ice bath. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, Steve Carell's also really good.
Yeah,
like,
I'll watch it
because he's in a lot of shitty movies. Like,
yeah,
he's really funny.
He is really good. Yeah,
yeah, he's a good guy. Anything else, Casey?
No, that's pretty much it. I tried to watch a new anime movie and then I fell asleep because I'm an old man now. So I'll have more on that. Legend of Hay. Like there's a new one came out, so I wanted to watch the first one.
Oh, I don't even know about it.
So I'll try to burn through both of those as soon as I can.
Yeah,
because I completely fell asleep.
We finished Arlong Park. Arlong is dead. Luffy fucking killed him.
Fuck that
Punched
guy.
the shit out of him. He
does that a lot,
program.
actually.
One Piece. No one ever said this. One Piece is really good. No one ever said this.
Yeah, the world is just now discovering it.
I think I can knock out two or three episodes a night. I think by December 31st, I'll be caught up.
By watching 2 episodes a night? Is that how math works?
How does math work? I don't think so, because I
believe 1,000 episodes.
There's well over 1,000 episodes, and I do not think there's that many days left in the year.
Yeah, I think you meant December 31st, 2031.
No, what I need to do is I need to get COVID again, because last time I got COVID, I mainlined Gundam in like a day. Damn. So I gotta. How do you get COVID? Kissing? We gotta go back to kissing, coughing.
That's one way. There's other ways to get COVID.
I need to hang out in airports a bunch without masks.
That'll do it.
I was gonna say just wear a mask around people in northern Missouri and you're good to go. They'll come give it to you out of spite.
Lift it up, cough right in your face.
Yeah. Punch you and then give it to you.
Also, a little while ago, Eric with a small dono said saying hi while waiting for food at a restaurant and gave us a little kiss.
Hey,
which I
Eric.
think is nice.
Mwah. Send a kiss right
Look,
back.
that was if you're only listening, you sent a kiss back. Eric, I hope you have a nice little vacation.
Fuck. We should have done game night while he wasn't here.
That was your fault. They didn't do game night.
That was your fault. Yeah, you could still do game night.
No, we can't. We have deadheads tomorrow.
Ah, dang.
It can only be one troll.
Yeah,
Sorry.
The only I just bought a bunch of games. I need to finish Pragmata, but I also just bought a couple indie games that just came out. Well, I didn't buy this one. I just downloaded Replaced because Replaced is on Game Pass.
Oh, nice.
That's the new kind of the 2D like the 2D HD side-scrolling action game that feels kind of like the original Prince of Persia or kind of another world or out of this world. It looks like it is doing to those games what like Octopath did to classic JRPGs, where it's like, oh yeah, you look like that old thing, but like you look incredible right now. Like your visuals are
Sure.
out of control. I'm only about an hour into it. Sometimes it can get too pretty to where it hurts its readability, which is like a problem in games where I'm like, I don't know if there's anything in this environment I could touch. Like it looks too good. Everything looks too good. There's too many layers going on right now. But the story is really neat. Again, talking about pressing, you're in like a weird alternate version of like the 80s and a kind of, again, the topic of the day, a rogue AI has kind of taken control of your body, and you are this tandem. You're kind of like venoming a little bit. Great atmosphere. Combat looks really cool, but it's kind of clunky. Like there's melee and gun on like parrying so far. Maybe I'm just bad at it, but maybe I should put it down to easy or something. But I like the story is somewhat intriguing, and the kind of platforming, almost limbo-esque moments where like cinematic running away from things I've liked so far. So I'm gonna give it a little bit more. I don't this might not completely click because apparently it is like 10 to 12 hours long. So
that's pretty lengthy.
Yeah, it's kind of beefy. So yeah, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna play a little bit more, and then I also downloaded Gecko Gods, which just came out today, which is a game I covered in a Next Fest 2 or 3 ago, maybe. And this is a really colorful 2D kind of collectathon. It's kind of like a platformer, but it looks like that game Sable a little bit. That really like that kind of watercolor,
like
cell shaded
looking.
Yeah, but you play a gecko in this like cool Greek Roman ancient like architecture, and being a gecko, you like climb on surfaces, so it's not like jumping platforming like that. But so far, just I'm kind of caught up where the demo was, but really great vibes, really fun like exploration, puzzle solving, collectathon kind of stuff. If you I don't know if you dig like the kind of N64 3D platformers crossed a little bit with more of a puzzle tinge to it. I recommend this one. I think it's on PC and Switch. I got it on Switch, but I'm excited for those Gecko Gods.
It looks
delightful. Yeah, it's good stuff. There's a game called Opus, this real weeby game. I'm thinking about pulling the trigger on too, but I feel like I need to get one of these games off my plate.
You gotta
keep
something.
playing all these games.
Yeah, finish something.
I gotta knock them off. Yeah.
Oh, I was just gonna say, since we brought up Replaced and Crimson Desert, should we give everybody an update on our fantasy critic?
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, I forgot.
Somehow
about that.
none of us. I thought I chose Pragmata. I would have bet money I chose Pragmata. None of us did.
I also thought you chose Pragmata.
We're a bunch of fucking idiots. I don't know. We're a bunch of fucking idiots. Our current standing, Nick, you were in third place. However, you only have had 2 games come out. However, you've had 2 games that are not coming out.
Yes, and also I have my negative points because Crimson Desert came out, so I lost 8 points because that was my vote.
Oh, because it was. But 78. 78 isn't. Yeah, you do have your negative points, so that's like it's hard to read that score.
I don't even
looks
know
like
how
Casey
they measure that. I don't know why. What makes it -8? What makes it 10?
Because
I think if it's
+8,
on
mine, so you lose whatever that.
You get the
scored.
Yeah, you get the inverse. So you want to choose something that's kind of crummy.
That's gonna be a stinker.
That's gonna be a stinker. So it could have been worse.
Or
like it could have been.
That doesn't release.
Which is probably the safest thing. But that doesn't get you any negative points. That gets you 0. That's like that's a coward's way out. But then No, I guess that would be the best thing. Never mind.
Oh yeah,
Bit
that's
Zero
that's
would literally be the best thing.
Yeah.
Never mind. This is why I don't win a lot of games. It's because I'm like, I'm not a coward. Like, no, you don't understand the rules.
How about that? How about that bet I took on Esoteric Ebb though at 88?
Yeah, great. Exoteric Ebb and
Impressive.
Replace have both been out, though Crowsworn and The Expanse have been delayed. Casey, you had Crimson Desert, the Scott Pilgrim game, Screamer, and Mario Fever. None of them doing crazy numbers.
Yeah,
but
like they're all like solid numbers. That's
Yeah.
Casey's super
and I feel
consistent
like-
with 77, 77, and 78.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
this is what I'm learning because unlike last year's list, this list was more games that like I'm interested in actually playing. It's like, oh, these are
Sure.
games that I really think might be cool and want to put time into. For the most part, I can't. Yeah, other than maybe Lego Batman was like maybe the one that was just like I probably won't play it, but I
Mhm.
think it'll score well. Outside of that, everything else is like, oh, I think it's cool. I think I have a good eye for like solid gameplay, but the things that like score very, very high have things that you can't see in the like the trailer or the like they have like that like kind of story
Sure,
beat or
sure.
like that sort of like there's that extra oomph that you can't
I
see
know what
with
you
the
mean.
naked eye.
I know what you mean. I like that.
So, yeah,
But I am surprised Mario Tennis Fever didn't score higher.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, I think the next big game on the list is going to be 007.
No, Saros.
Oh yeah, Saros, did you put that on yours?
Saros
Or
comes
did I
out in
put-
2 weeks.
Oh yeah, it's in 2 weeks.
Oh, Casey put that on
That's
his
the
list.
Casey. Then I have
Yeah.
Mixtape coming out on the May 7th. Nick, you have Forza 6 on the 19th. Casey has Lego
That's gonna
Batman
be
on the
big.
22nd, and then First Light, Nick, you have at the end of
Yeah, I think I'll move into
at the end
first
of
place
May.
after Forza and First Light.
Not with two
I
big zeros.
I disagree.
I don't know about that.
I disagree, Johnny Goose Egg. I think I'll be fine. I think Half-Life's about to release. I'm sure Judas is just around the corner.
I
Everything's
need to
fine.
hear something about you because that's what I counterpicked for you, and I feel like that's gonna be a big ass zero.
It's gonna be a big zero. What kind of words do I need to use to convince you guys that I meant Pocopia instead of Pokemon Window Waves? What do I need to do to convince you other than when I specifically said the next mainline Gen 10
Yep.
Pokemon game? How do I
Yep.
fix that?
You can't. You're just
you
And how
don't.
about instead of Half-Life, I was talking about Pragmata? They're kind of similar. How do we change this? I did see that Speakeasy. Lana Del Rey doing the theme song for the new Bond game.
I forget. How did
I like
you?
that.
How did
like
you
that
come to
tradition.
the conclusion we were getting a Half-Life game to this year?
Oh, I know a guy who knows a guy. He
Okay.
leaked Avatar.
Which one?
I got my what do you call them? His little birds. That
Virus.
Pigeon readers.
That bald piece of shit. Yeah, not because he was bald. He was a piece of shit for a bunch of other reasons. He's great. Remember Game of Thrones? What a good show.
Yeah, he was one of the least worst characters, I think.
He was
Worst a lot.
in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
And then S6, thank you so much for the $5 down. I'm looking forward to the Second Wind watch along stream of the Second Wind game showcase. As we wrap up the episode, yeah, Nick, tell folks the Second Wind showcase, the trailer came out today.
Yes, little hype trailer for the Second Wind Game Showcase happening on April 23rd at 4 p.m. East, 1 p.m. Pacific.
It was 1 week from today,
1 week from
3.5
today.
hours ago.
Yeah. 90 plus games. We've got a bunch of world premieres. Lots of updates, lots of release dates that you've been waiting for a few big hit indie games. Obviously, keep your expectations in check. You're not going to get, like the biggest AAA games or the biggest AA games there, like our first showcase. So, but I'm really happy with the variety of games selected between myself, and then I asked MinMax, Skill Up, and XP to all select 5 or 6 games for the showcase as well. So you'll get a nice mix from them, from games that I wouldn't have normally curated, but they did. There's one in there there's one trailer that was sent in that people are going to be like, this is weird as fuck. And then they're going to be like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. That is the one.
Those are the best kind.
Yeah. it's going to be good. So yeah, should be a fun time. Tune in.
Hell yeah. And then, what else should folks know about from you?
New Unpack tomorrow, like we talked about. I just wanted to do a positive feeling video this week, a little bit shorter than usual, but just wanted to talk a little bit about Friend Swap games. because we watched the Triple I showcase and it felt like there were a lot of them in there. And then there's literally a game that came out yesterday, I think, about that we need to play on game night whenever we do a game night eventually at some point down the future, down the line, whenever that is. About
You
not
did a good.
shitting.
You did a good job of shoring up your ass so that I didn't
Yeah.
immediately say something.
Literally, yeah, Friend Slap game came out about not shitting your pants. So that's like hilarious.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
like,
good.
it's a race to the bathroom.
That's a good. Oh, that's actually a decent idea. God damn it. I hate that it's a good idea.
They're all good ideas.
I hate that it's a good idea. So yeah, check that out.
Yeah. Other than that, showcase stuff for me. Yep.
Hell yeah. Casey, how about you?
It's late in the week. I might be doing the Friday stream on my personal channel solo again because the wife has like outside friends and plans. But maybe not.
It's got a life outside of video games.
Outside friends.
What else is there? Oh, Super Smash Sunday. This Sunday as well. Me and No Cheshire going strong. He's really good at the game now. Like, don't let him fool you.
He's learned so quickly.
Cheshire's a monster. Like, he plays a lot of other fighting games. Like, it was only a matter of time. It was only a matter of time. What I might start doing is having him now start teaching me to get back into some of the other 2D fighters. Like, maybe we might start spending some time in a Guilty Gear Strive or Street Fighter 6 again, because I know he plays a lot of those.
The student has become the teacher. That's fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We might try that. Have some more general fighting going on during those streams, but we'll see how it goes.
Hell yeah!
But that's it for me.
Love that. Yeah, and then in terms of other Second Wind stuff, definitely check out new DevHeads tomorrow at the normal time with the normal crew. And then we should have normal streams most of the week. Next week, minus Thursday, there's going to be no Dark Souls or RPG Help Desk because of the big showcase. But we should have Firelink at the normal time next week. So tune in for that. And remember, that'll be our reaction stream.
You know what we should do for that? We should just play the showcase again and react to it. That should be the podcast that day.
Okay, that's fine.
It sounds stupid and fun.
Casey just tears it apart. Who the fuck chose these games?
Why are you choosing these?
This is a terrible idea. I don't know why Nick did this. Yeah, and then just the other big programming note. Thanks to everyone who watched the Zelda stream earlier this week. That was one of those streams that you guys helped fund over with all your super chats and donos. And remember that all the super chats now are going towards that goal of Nick playing the Sands of Time, the Prince of Persia, PS2 era trilogy. But remember, we're creeping very close to our Doke or Die, which you guys funded. That'll be Saturday, the 25th. I don't know if we locked down an exact starting time. It'll be somewhat earlier in the day, probably 10, 11, 12, something like that.
I think we did, but yeah, I'll probably have to scroll up.
Okay. Yeah, one of those things. But that should be a ton of fun. That's our next big kind of event stream. So tune in for that. So yeah, appreciate y'all. And Jaegerlux, thank you so much for the $2 dono. KC, Leon Resident Evil with more action. Do you mean Devil May Cry?
Devil May Cry is a better game to me than I like Devil May Cry more than Resident Evil.
Yeah,
So
I mean Devil May Cry did start as like kind of a Resident Evil game. It was like it's a branch of that tree, and it is just as fucking dumb in a good way, just like Paradise. All of it's in the same level of dumb that I like.
Yeah, dumb camp.
Exactly. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone who watched live on YouTube, any member of the Green Gang, anyone who donated, and of course, all of our incredible patrons. Thank you to anyone listening on your podcast service of choice. You know what? If you like the podcast, give it a thumb up. I don't know if I don't even think you can. Like on Spotify, can I give something a thumb up? I'm not giving anything a thumb up. You don't have to give us a thumb up. That sounds insane.
Figure it out. You guys are smarter than us. Just figure out how to give the podcast a thumbs up.
Figure it out. Summer Sanders, are you out there? You were one of my first crushes. Figure it out. Remember Summer Sanders?
Summer Sanders?
Yeah, she hosted the Nickelodeon show Figure It Out.
Oh, I'm thinking of Mark Summers. I thought your crush was the Double Dare guy. I was like, what?
What can I say? I was a weird kid. So for Casey and Nick and Eric on vacation, this was Marty. This was Firelink episode number 106. Thank you all so much. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your Thursdays, and we'll see y'all next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Oh, Texas screwed me, so I'll be doing personal streams on my Twitch channel, so you can follow that link in the Streamlabs chat. Bye bye.
You gotta pay taxes on those funds too.
It's
You have to
fine.
pay